well. Okay. So for number 6, they gave you this sketch. Okay, hulle sê vir jou sirkel met die middelpunt A het 'n vergelyking van x minus 3 kwadraat plus a plus 2 kwadraat is gelyk aan 25. And it's given in the diagram. B is a y-intercept of the circle. 6.1, they ask you to determine the coordinates of B. So because it is a y-intercept, you guys agree that this means that x will be equal to 0. En dis basies wat jy daar moes gedoen het. Jy moes gesê het, dis 0 minus 3 kwadraat plus daai hakie gekwadreer. So we have y squared plus 4y. 4 minus 25 plus 9. Minus 12. Do you guys agree with the minus 12? Like that. So then y can be equal to negative 6 or y can be equal to 2. And because they asked you for a specific coordinate, you have to choose one of those. So wat's die een van die twee gaan dit wees? Because why? It has a positive y value. Right? Remember, if they're asking for coordinates, you need to write down both the x and the y value, else you're going to miss a mark. You can't just write y is equal to 2. You have to write down b is by 0 en minus 0 en 2. Dan sê hulle vir jou skryf die koördinate van C neer as C refleksie is in die lyn y is gelyk aan y is gelyk aan 3. Okay, now I don't know if you guys can remember how to do reflections. That's why I put it in. It happens to be through the midpoint of the circle. How do I know that? Because from this, I can see that the midpoint of the circle has those coordinates. No? Okay, so remember, if it is a reflection in anything that is parallel to the y-axis, dan gaan die y-waarde dieselfde bly. So sien julle daai lyn is parallel aan die y-as? So then the y value will stay the same. So what is the y value of B? 2. Okay? En nou moet ons net die x waarde uitwerk en omdat dit simmetries is, stem julle saam, daai gaan 3 eenhede wees. Okay? Van 0 tot by 3, ons weet mos sy x waarde is 3. So if that is 3 units, then this has to be 3 units as well. So it'll be 6 and 2. You don't have to show me any calculations. Hy tel net 2 punte en dit is net 1 vir die x waarde, 1 vir die y waarde. Okay. Huh. 6.2 se antwoord is 6.2. Okay, dan sê hulle vir ons by 6.3 die sirkel word deur die oorsprong vergroot met 'n faktor van 3 op 2. So I told you guys you don't have to do that one. So basically, if you had to do that one, which you don't, you just times A, B, and R with 3 over 2. So jy gaan net sê, daai getal maal met 3 op 2, daai getal maal met 3 op 2, and then this is R squared. So you'll have to say 5 times 3 over 2 squared. Okay, goed, maar ons doen nie dit meer nie. So julle hoef dit te gedoen het nie. Then for 6.4, they say, bykomend tot die sirkel met die middelpunt A en die vergelyking daai. So we're at the original one again. You are given another circle with a equation that looks like this. Met die middelpunt B. Dan vra hulle eers vir ons bereken die afstand tussen A en B. So, stem julle saam dat die koördinate van A gaan wees 3 en minus 2 en die koördinate van B gaan wees 12 en 10. Do you all have that? I get them straight from the equations of the circles. Kom nou. Okay, so die afstand AB gaan wees 12 minus 3 kwadraat plus 10 minus 2 kwadraat. 15. No. We do that for the radius. They're not saying that these two circles are touching one another. Okay, so if there's a circle here with a midpoint, and you know the length of the radius, and there's a circle there with a midpoint, and you know the length of the radius, then the distance between A and B will not be the sum of their two radii. Do you agree? Because then you didn't take this into account. Or if they are cutting one another, sure, then once again, it will not be equal. It's only when the two circles are tangents of one another that you can say that. Okay, goed. Dan sê hulle vir ons uit die volgende ene, in hoeveel punte sny die twee cirkels regverdig jou antwoord? So there's more than one way to do it. The first way is to solve simultaneously, but then it's going to be very messy because you're working with both x squared and y squared. You can do it like that, and dan tel jy net hoeveel oplossings is daar. The other way is the one similar to what we did earlier. Hi Chanel, ek gaan hom gou vir jou opset. It's like the one that we did earlier where we said if the sum of the two radii is exactly equal to the distance between the midpoints, then they have one intercept. Nee? As die som van die twee radiusse okay, kom ek skryf dit gou vir julle neer. If the radius of A plus the radius of B is exactly equal to the length of AB, then it means that the two circles are touching one another. So then they have one intercept. Hou nou net op. As die radius van A plus die radius van B groter is as die afstand tussen A en B, beteken dit hulle sny mekaar twee keer. Dit is in een van die vorige video's ook. Ons het mos sulke in die klas ook gedoen. En die radius van A plus die radius van B kleiner as die afstand AB. Then they have zero intercepts. Okay. Maak dit vir julle sin? Sure? So we have the distance of AB. It's equal to 15. We have the radius of A. It's 5. And we have the radius of B. Julle, die rekenaar is besig om sy kop te verloor. Dis 10. Where do I get the 5 and the 10? It's the square root of 25 and the square root of 100. So do you guys see they're exactly equal to one another?